I've always heard that ANA, All Nippon Airways, had the same high-quality service as JAL, Japan Airlines, so when I saw a round-trip ticket to Japan with ANA at a good price in October, I jumped on it. Once I booked my flight, I was able to see what movies would be playing and what drinks would be served on the plane as well. Originally, I booked regular economy seats, but about a week before my flight, I received an email from ANA informing me of their new bidding upgrade program. I was given the opportunity to submit a bid for premium economy seats. I decided to give this a try and bid 28,000 yen for each flight, which was about $200 US. ANA considered this a fair amount, so I wasn't too optimistic about winning the bid, but 48 hours before my flight, I received an email from ANA saying that my bid got accepted. So my flight from Chicago to Narita was upgraded to premium economy. My seat was automatically chosen for me at 26G, which was the aisle seat in the middle section, and I was fine with that. With the premium economy ticket, I was able to use the United Club Lounge at Chicago O'Hare. I was able to enjoy the lounge for about an hour and had some yogurt, cereal, and coffee. I also tried a muffin, but it was really dry. They also had some hot foods like sausage and eggs. The club lounge was right in front of the gate I was departing from at gate B17, so it was in a really convenient location. ANA boards in groups. Group 1 and 2 line up first, followed by 3, 4, and 5. Even though I had premium economy seats, I was in group 5, the last group. They explained that they do this based on where passengers are sitting on the plane. The aircraft flying from O'Hare to Narita was a Boeing B777-300. This plane seemed a little outdated than the other international flights I've been on. It was a 242 configuration, and I had the middle aisle seat at 26G. Once everybody was on board, I noticed that the 2 seats next to me were empty, so I was able to utilize the space next to me as well, which is always nice. At the seat, there was a pillow, blanket, slippers, and headphones. Once the plane is in the air, the flight attendants come by with a tray of amenities like masks, earplugs, toothbrush, and more. The seat was nice and spacious. It actually reclined back more than I expected. There's a footrest in the front and a foot recliner underneath the seat with plenty of legroom. I didn't use the footrest, but I use the foot recliner often, and it seemed to help me sleep much better on the plane. The tray tables are stored underneath the armrest, and below the armrest was an outlet to plug in electronics, which I used to charge my laptop. I was surprised that the TV monitors were really outdated. They're very small, especially for premium economy seats, and the screen was not clear at all. It seemed like a monitor from 10 years ago or more. The monitors were touchscreen, but I found that it didn't really work well, so I mostly used a remote that was located at the seat. One annoying thing was that while you're watching a movie, if there's an announcement, the volume level is completely different and so loud that I had to take out my earphones every time the PA came on. For the first meal, there was a choice between chicken and beef. I chose to get the chicken that came with rice, and I immediately regretted it because it just was not good at all. The chicken was very dry, and the rice was way too mushy and didn't really have any taste. I just couldn't eat the meal at all. I ate some of the side dishes instead, like the salads and noodles. After the meal, we got Haagen-Dazs ice cream and a choice of green tea or coffee with a biscuit. For breakfast, we had a choice of orange-flavored chicken or beef and pork meatballs. Both options did not sound appetizing to me, so I decided not to get anything. The total duration of this flight was 13 hours, but it zipped on by for me. While I was in Japan, 48 hours before my flight back to the States, I got an email from ANA that my bid was accepted for the premium economy seats for this flight as well. Yay! I was so happy because I totally thought that bid did not go through because I didn't hear anything about it. At Narita Airport, ANA used an automated system where you check in at the kiosk and then place your luggage on the conveyor belt. I thought the premium economy ticket would grant me more weight allowance, but it was the standard 50 pounds per luggage, which is about 22.5 kilograms. The experience from Narita to Chicago was way better and totally different. First of all, the ANA lounge access that comes with the premium economy seat was top-notch. This was seriously the best airport club lounge I've ever experienced. In addition to the buffet, which had delicious options already, I was able to order freshly prepared food like udon, ramen, or curry. I took advantage of this and ordered tonkotsu ramen. It was amazing. At the buffet, I tried their chicken, and that was good as well. I also got some coffee and snacks. I wish I could have tried more of their offerings, like the mini sandwiches, but I was already way way too full. If you like beer, they actually have self-serve draft beer machines. There was also some wine and liquor available as well. The boarding process was the same. I was in group 5 and boarded last. Their boarding seemed a little chaotic because it was in such a small area and everyone tried to cut in line to board first. I was one of the last ones to board on the flight, so by the time I arrived at my seat, most of the overhead bin space was taken. I was still able to find space for my luggage, but I just found it really annoying that I was like one of the last ones to board. This aircraft was much better than the one that flew from Chicago, but it was still the same model, B777-300. Everything was Pokemon themed, which was adorable. I personally don't watch Pokemon, but my niece loves it, and I love anything anime related anyway, so it was pretty exciting for me. The TV monitors were much better and much bigger in size. I also liked that there were cup holders in between the seats, which were very convenient. Everything else was pretty much the same with the amenities like legroom, service, etc. I purchased Wi-Fi this time, and there were 3 options. I chose to get the full flight plan, and that was about $22. The Wi-Fi worked pretty well the entire time. For our first meal, we had a choice between chicken and beef. I went with the beef stew this time, and it was definitely better than the chicken on my last flight. For the second meal, we had a choice between fish or pasta. Neither of them sounded appetizing to me, so I just ate my own snacks that I brought with me. Right before we landed in Chicago, we were given a cute Pokemon envelope with some souvenirs, which I thought was a nice touch. The total flight time was about 10.5 hours, and just like the last flight, the time just zipped on by. Overall, I really loved my flight experience with ANA and could see why everyone raves about it. If I have the opportunity to fly with them again, I most certainly will. And I hope they have that bidding program again. Hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to watch more of our videos, please subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.